Welcome, everybody, to the Table Rush Talk Show. Today's interview is with Master Funnel Builder Kaine Pointin. Kaine is a ton of fun. He hails from Oxford in the UK, and his brother goes to Christ Church, which is literally the place that they filmed Hogwarts for the Harry Potter movies. How ridiculous is that? Anyhow, Kaine does high-ticket funnel builds for his clients. In other words, Kaine charges high-ticket prices, and Kaine over-delivers. Kaine, in this interview, gives you his top 3 tips to over-deliver, and to crush it with your high-ticket service. We also go a little deep on what we learned from Russell Brunson's Mastermind in Paradise, which was epic. We had just come out of a presentation by Russell where all 400, 500, 600 of us entrepreneurs were sobbing. It was epic. Listen to this interview with Kaine. Enjoy. You're going to love his accent. And of course, subscribe, like, follow, comment. Enjoy this interview with Kaine. You know when someone is selling from stage and at the end, the audience gets up and rushes to the back of the room to buy? That's a table rush. My name is Mischa Z, and the Table Rush Talk Show is all about bringing you the tools, strategies, and tactics that you can use to grow your audience and inspire them to buy. And we are live. This is the Table Rush Talk Show. Let's make sure we got the sound. Hello. So, Kaine, tell everybody where you're from.
Where I'm from? So I'm from the UK. The lovely British accent. But I'm from Oxford. So if anybody's watched like Harry Potter, if they watched, I would say Harry Potter is probably the best one I would say.
Yes.
There's like a dinner hall, and in there there's like candles, and that sort of stuff.
Yes.
And basically that building is in Oxford, and my little brothers go to that school. It's called Christ Church. So if you've all any Harry Potter fans on the live today, that's where I'm from.
That's so, right, and even the staircase, the moving staircase
as well. Yeah, that is included. Yeah, and actually, when you walk to the dinner hall, it's just one stairs. When you sit on all the things, it's like multiple, but really, it's just that. That's it. Just 2 bits.
Yeah.
But that's basically So I'm from Oxford, and 22 years old, so young entrepreneur, and with the amazing host today, Mischa. Absolutely grateful to be here today. I have the pleasure to be interviewed by the man himself. So just super grateful, dude. So appreciate it.
Absolutely, Kaine. Thank you for the introduction. And we'll be official. Welcome to the Table Rush Talk Show, live from Mastermind in Paradise, the Xcaret Resort in Cancun, Mexico, or just south of Cancun, Mexico.
Absolutely lovely. Yeah. So if you're here, come see us.
Yeah, come see us. Absolutely. Thank you. What was I going to say? So many thoughts going through. We had an amazing day this morning. Russell Brunson, hey Russell, was dropping new content in front of us. New content meaning give us a new presentation, new frameworks, new methods to grow, to catapult our businesses forward. What else would you say?
Well, I was crying,
I was crying too.
We was all crying, like if you walked in that room and you just saw like 300, 400 entrepreneurs crying, you think, what's going on? Like, why is everybody crying?
Right?
I was like crying for like 30 minutes, but I think today, it's one of those days where it's just like, every day my mind is blown.
Yes.
And even when like Robbie was doing high ticket, I said to him, my mind was blue. He blew my mind twice.
Yeah.
Just with the question. But today was just, I think it was more about like the legacy. That's where you can see all the category kings and queens. They call them category kings, but there's also, so I call them queens.
Yeah.
Like that's how I do it. But they're all going for a legacy.
Yeah.
And it's actually nice for us to look at that, because I'm here looking and go, you look at the stuff and you go, okay, what? Building this business, and it's like, okay, but where do I want it to go?
Where do I want it to go?
Have 20 years of my life, 30 years of my life, or 10 years or 5 years, and then go, oh, that's it, it's over.
Yeah.
Or do you want to build something where other people start to use your stuff and it impacts other people? And I think that's like, that was just good.
It was great.
Yeah, and you don't think about that. And even like when Russell said, like, if you can have a holographic version of you, you know, your body's there in a coffin, and you're there hologram, you know, explaining about like your life and what you're grateful for.
Yeah.
And where you came from, the accomplishments. But not just that, it's just also like, as you as a person. I looked at mine and I was like, so glad I've changed a few things already.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, you don't want to like waste time with like people who are like negative, but also like, you don't want to be pleasing other people and not yourself.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing I've learned lately is about pleasing others, but not myself. I like stop doing that now. I'm like, no, it's me.
Yeah, I love it. You know, yeah.
That's what I got. So I saw that today and I was like, yeah, that's good. But it's that creating a business where it can like, it's a generational wealth, but it's also wealth in the family.
Yeah.
So it's like when it's over, like your family still, the thing,
Still
all the hard work you put in and the time and the energy and all that sort of stuff, it's like your family still get like the bonuses are, you know, they get looked after. That was like, not that you're sacrificing stuff, but it's like all the hard work you put in.
Yeah.
Your family, your kids, like your wife or your husband or whatever it is like they're all looked after that for what we built. And that's what I saw today. I was like, I need to sort some stuff out.
So good.
You know, that's what I was like, I need to sort that out straight away because, you know, that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about yourself? How did you think it was?
Oh, I loved it. I just thought it's so powerful to really brainstorm your values and what your subconscious is craving. Like what our subconscious, what makes us happy, and writing that down. And you know, for me, it was that early morning cup of coffee, those moments with my two sons, Cooper and Waylon. Hey, Cooper and Waylon. You know, there was some of that family stuff, but then also some of the entrepreneurial things that really light my fire, like this kind of interaction.
Yeah,
right?
I'm super grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah.
It's not often you get to go to like Mexico for a business event and then like get to do that as well. Like, what? It's like a bonus, man. It's like extra stuff. Like upsells.
Yeah, right? It's like an upsell.
Like, you don't get those opportunities.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what I like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I love it. And the thing that I really liked was he talked about the selfishness that gives you that drive to create something, and then in the wake of that, you look back in the wake and there's your influence, or there's the positive. How did he say it? It was like the wake of influence, or whatever it was. It was beautiful.
When you look back and you go, holy crap, like those days when I felt like really like tough and like, I don't want to get out of bed, but you still got out of bed.
Yeah.
Like the drifters, and then there's, what's the other one? There's the drifters and there's the prime movers.
Then the prime movers,
like the people who get out of bed like every day and they're like, okay, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
And they still try.
Yeah.
Where the other 98% are like, oh, no, just do it.
Throw in the towel.
Yeah, oh, okay, nothing's, yeah. And it's
Watch
like,
Netflix.
There's the other 2% who was like, okay, we're going to try something. And it might not work straight away, but you're like, I've got something in me, like, I need to just do that.
Yeah.
Every single day. And I can relate to that.
Yeah.
You know, I can relate to that, and I'm sure you can as well.
Absolutely.
And you love it so much.
Yeah.
And it's important to you.
Yeah.
That's
Yep. And I was struck today too about how to be round one of his new ideas, his new concepts, and so to be in the rawness of that new creation, round one of his new ideas. That was very powerful. If you'd have walked in that room today, I mean, the energy was palpable right from the start. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was like.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, it was about being in the creation.
Yeah.
There's something new where it hasn't been taught yet. It's like it's like, wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
But it's also like you're going there as well to give feedback. On the stuff. So then he can improve it for other people as well. So you feel like you're part of it.
Yeah.
Even if you haven't created it, you feel like you're still a part of it somehow.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I really did almost like go up to him and give him a hug. I was like, oh, crying, oh my god, I'm going to give you a hug.
That was incredible.
He shot off, so it's like,
Yeah.
you probably see him there, stay away from him.
Yeah. And let's bring it back to the people, to the audience. I'm sorry about that. We were indulging our fun today. But Kaine is, I would say a master funnel builder already at the young age of 22, and we're here to talk a bit about your journey and how you came to all of a sudden you're helping entrepreneurs take advantage of this new of this marketing paradigm and build funnels for them and
I appreciate that. Yeah, well, like the story I've got, it's a bit of a random story, and when people hear, they go, what the hell? That's a bit like why? What? So for me, it was like my mum and dad have got like a business, and they got like an adventure park. There's like a high ropes course, laser tag, with like helicopters and tanks and Land Rovers, so they got this like premium product, premium delivery. So like I've always been brought up with premium prices, with premium product, with premium delivery. So it's like you give the all experience for the right price,
Love it.
For the most expensive.
Okay.
And then when you have that, you attract the most expensive or the most affluent people, which is like the people who are like, I just want to just buy it out, and like whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like we've always had that, and I've always been surrounded by that. And like since the age of like 11, 12 years old, like I've been able to talk in front of groups, like kids, adults, like stag and hen dudes, like people who are like 13 years old, 14 years, even when you're 18 and you're like got a hen do and you're like explaining how the game works and all that sort of stuff, and they're like chucking like, jokes at you, which are like, obviously adult jokes.
Yes,
like,
yes.
You're 16, you're like, oh, okay, but you're being professional, you're having fun.
Oh my
and
gosh.
It's like you still get, I know, man. If you saw the stuff I've had, like, you're like, what?
What?
Like,
All
how
right.
can you do that?
I love it.
So, like being in an environment where you've got that experience, but also I'm comfortable talking to people who are older than me, and they still understand, like being able to communicate to other human beings and like explain complicated games or be able to do demonstrations like over the phone or on Zoom or like you pre-record stuff.
Yes.
Actually being able to make it so people can run their own laser tag events anywhere in the UK through video teachings. Like that's what I've been exposed to. Being on camera. Like I remember my first Facebook Live and I was like, it was in my garden and I was like, we've got a Black Friday deal, and I was shaking. I'm like, oh my god. I was trying to put a script out, like stressing out. And now I'm just like relaxed, like I'm relaxed off now. So it's like being in that as a kid and then going through, and it's like that was never my business. That was a business that, like, as a family member, I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
And moving into a managerial role, which you've got teams. I'm like 18 years old. Like,
yes.
When you're 18 years old and you've got like a team of 6 or 7 people there, your instructors, and then some of them are older than you, some of them are younger than you. And you're taking that like managerial role and you're trying to learn stuff at the same time. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's because age. Age is a big thing. People are like, oh, because he's young, I'm not listening to him. Or it's like, because he's too old, it's because he's old, he can get your quality. It's like, well, it's all about experience, and how you get that experience.
Yeah.
So like for me, I've always been exposed to stuff like that. So I'm like, I've had a lot of shortcut.
Yeah.
To my where a lot of people haven't.
Right, just your natural upbringing, sort of.
And it was never forced. It was never like, oh, Kaine, you're going to be the manager. I've never had that. It was just like, oh, I'll do that.
Natural progression.
And keep with the experience of like, I've got customers in front of me, experience. And like making sure they have a great experience and like get feedback at the end.
Yes.
Like, how can I improve marketing? Like Google places, getting testimonials, increasing your ranking on Google. I was just like, do little things like that, and it's just like, just got engrossed, And then before, that lovely pandemic. We all know that lovely pandemic came along.
Yes.
We give him a lovely, it's just the pandemic. We give him a lovely name, the amazing pandemic.
The amazing pandemic.
The amazing pandemic, and sort of when that came, like we got multiple businesses. Like they're all brick and mortar businesses. We've got like a laser gaming physical event. We've got high ropes course. We've got international business that sells guns. Like we're a distributor. we got a lace tag hire business that hires it around the UK.
Yes.
You know, so we've got these 4 brick and mortar businesses, and like my parents built them so if one went down, the others would still live.
So smart.
With COVID, as we know, the physical in-person events, the outdoor pursuits, the entertainment industry got completely closed down.
Yes.
You know, and like my mum was doing a side hustle, which was, helping people charge their prices and their money mindset stuff. And she was doing it as a side hustle. So with us, I was like, okay, got these businesses, they're all shut down. What do we do? And I start to adapt them. Adapting it where people could still play laser tag in their garden.
Yes.
For the rule of 6, because there was legal stuff in the UK.
Yes.
So adapting with prices and packages and offer stacks and that sort of stuff. Like having fun.
Yes.
And then starting a podcast with that, helping people if they don't know how to run their event, they can go to it and it proves that value of oh look, this is the guy.
Yeah.
And creating stuff like that. So that's kind of what it got to. And then then it got to a point where my mum was doing the summit.
Yes.
Like yourself, you was doing the summit as well. We're both in the same
cohort.
Cohort.
The same coaching group, 2CCX.
Yeah, coaching group. Yeah, cohort. I was like, we're in the same group, and she was doing a summit. And for me, I was like, I'll do the building. I'll build these pages. And from that, coaches in the group and other people are like, wow, that's amazing. Who built that? And I was like, it's my son. I'm like, I just built one. It's cool. And then I got approached by people and they're like, you should build this for the members. I was like, I'm not sure about that. I'm just, it's my first funnel. It's 25 steps. Price increases, affiliate areas, membership areas. 3-day event.
Yeah.
I'm like,
get your copy of .com Secrets, by the way, and those books, and you'll follow along. But this is good.
100% definitely get that book. Yeah.
Right.
So I started reading that, and that's what then got me in the funnel.
Yeah.
So it was getting that built for the first time, and then launching it, and again, coaches who are in the group obviously control the group, and they're like, you should do this. And I'm like, I'm not sure. They're like, no, you should do that. What you've done can help a lot of people in this group serve their people, and actually buy their time back, and that could be a good product for you. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'll give it a go. I'm like, but what do I charge? Well, I don't charge this. I'm like, okay, well, what should I, include? Just do whatever they're doing. I'm like, okay, that's pretty simple. Yeah, I should do that. And then I just done it, and then from there, I just kept getting
more business,
people after people.
Yeah.
I just that's how I built my business. But I've never had my own business before. I've never had my own brick and mortar business or my ever online business.
Yeah.
That was my first one. So when it was happening, I was like, this is crazy. I need to start a podcast.
Yes.
So then I started one, and I was like, okay, we're going to do this. This is 0 to 6 figures of starting a business. And I was podcasting, and then as soon as it started, it blew up. I was like, holy moly, I don't think I've got no time to do podcasting. So I was so engrossed with launching everybody's funnels.
Yeah.
And even now, just meeting people, they're like, oh, you're the funnel guy in 2 Comma Club X. And I'm like, oh, am I? Okay, what's up? Can I get a photo? I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm like, I'm not Russell Brunson.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I'm like, oh, okay. So I just go with it. I just have fun. I'm like, do you want a photo with me? I get a photo with you. So it's just both things. But it's what I learned is that high service with a high price, it's high delivery.
Yeah.
That's why I wear Tops as hashtag over-deliver. So I like to always over-deliver more than just delivery.
Yeah.
And that's how I've always been brought up, is when people go to our events, and our laser, they always go, wow, you should be charging more. And we're like, yeah, no. That's why we're the most expensive in the area. But we give you the level of service where it's just more than it should be.
Hello.
And that's what I brought into mine. It was about giving, where it was more than they should.
I love that, and I didn't know that about you. Maybe tell us what are the top 3 for people new in this arena who are thinking, I want to hashtag over deliver. What and they're working high ticket realm. They're high end prices, and they're trying to make sure that they provide their service at the highest level. What are the top 1, 2, or 3 tips that you would say, make sure you focus on this know you're over delivering?
Yeah, so my thing was, well, free to say, yeah, you have to remind me of this because I'm going to go through this and I'll probably forget it. But number one for me is about price. Like, when I work with someone, I want to be paid what I'm worth.
Yeah.
To me, what I'm worth. Like, I know I'm probably worth more. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with being paid that.
Yeah.
You know, and some people go, oh, high ticket, it's like $3,000. You know, I'm like, well, how much time is that going to take you to build that funnel?
Yeah.
You know, and I was calculating stuff, and I was like, you're looking at like 50 hours for like that. You know, the funnel I was looking at, you're looking at about 50 hours of building. You know, and I was charging whatever I was, but like, I know I increase my prices all the time. Like, the value, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm worth more than that. Yeah. Okay, let's increase.
As you start to realize your true value, you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, like, why am I doing that?
Yeah.
You know, you look at and then look at the stuff you charge before. You're like, why do I charge so like? But then you have to start somewhere.
You have to start somewhere.
Where a lot of people are like, I can't get there because I can't get to 15k for the funnel.
Yeah.
I'm like, well then, would you feel comfortable with? And that's how I was like, what do I feel comfortable? Oh, charging 9. Okay, I'll do 9. And then I've done 9, and then I move up. Or like 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever it is, you move up. Yeah. But for me, it's like charging high prices will only attract people who want the high delivery. And that's why I say on our business is that when we charge the most expensive, we have private school mums, we have private school dads, we have private schools. Like kids who spend, like, their mum and dad spend £80,000 a term to go to school.
Yes.
Term, times that by 6, that's the year. Yeah. It's just like, we got the high customers. We work with like entertainment parks. Yeah. Like in the UK, there's a entertainment park called Merlin Entertainment, which is like Fort Park, Alton Towers, and that sort of stuff. Big, massive places like Call of Duty and P&O Ferries, you know, and stuff like that. It's like we work with those people because we positioned ourselves as the most expensive. And when the most expensive, you think, oh, like a Range Rover compared to some other car. Yeah. Like Range Rover is going to be more expensive than that car because you're going to get different service, different level, customer service, and communication, and like when you walk in, you're going to get a bottle of water, it's going to be cold. But if you go to a normal garage from whatever thing it is, it's probably going to be from the tap. Yeah. And like, you know, that's why I have a BMW. You know? But it's like, see what I mean? Like, when you pay less, you get that experience, but when you pay more, you get a different experience. Yeah. And it's like, for me, it's like, I don't like to give crappy experiences. I want to give the people who I want to be with the really good experience. And how I do that is by attracting them, and that's by charging the most from what I'm capable and what I think I am at the moment. And I just keep going. Yeah. So that's like, and I heard a lady who was talking about a high ticket panel. She's like, I just kept going, and she's like, I dropped it down because that's where people with the conversions. And I was like, I just keep going and down. Yeah. But I'll see when I think, okay, for conversion wise, it needs to go there. Yeah. But for me, like the first tip is high prices attract the people who've got the money. So why put all the time and energy that you'll have to put in? Like for me, I know that when I charge a certain amount of money, like $2,000 for fun, I'm thinking, why did I charge $2,000? Like I put like hours and hours and hours, and I was like, just not even worth my time. Yeah. Yeah. But I done it for the experience, so then I knew that I was worth more. Yeah. Because when you put yourself through it, you go, no, like I thought I was worth that, but no, I'm worth a lot more than that because it's done this, done this, done this, and this. I've got to pay for this, and you're like, no, I need to charge more. Yep. And for me, it's like I like to charge the high prices because I like the high delivery. Yeah. And with that, I feel like my clients get served more. And when the feedback I've got, which we'll talk about soon, is they actually go, oh, that was actually like well worth. It's actually really seems really cheap when you look at it after. But he doesn't do cheap work; he does really good. Yeah. So that's the first thing I would say. Okay. Yeah. Good. No, go. I was going to say that was one. Yeah. 2. Yeah, you got to remind me. Yeah. I will forget.
2.
Yeah. So 1 is the high prices. Number 2 is like working with people you love to work with. And I found that out when I was getting people coming through. I could get these people like send to me. I'm like, oh yeah, this is amazing. Like this guy wants to pay $8,000. This guy wants to pay 10. This one wants to do 5. I'm like, oh, I deserve more. This is amazing. Ooh, load of money. But I'm like, that guy's trying to tell me how I've got to do my pricing. I'm like, oh, I'll do a deposit when I want to do it. I'm like, well, no, these are my payment ways. Like, you know, like you have to pay in full. Yep. Or you do the deposit, which is 50% for however time. Yeah. You know, and it could be a $20,000 funnel, and that do 50% for a few weeks in advance. Yeah. So to me, I was like, this is the true payment ways. you know, and it was like I was being told, I'll pay you after you've done it. I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
So to me, it's like you want to work with people who like they're awesome to work with. Like me, like when they apply and they come on to like calls, I'm looking for fun. I'm looking for people who are fun, who are interactive, who are just awesome. Yeah, and when I'm like, I want to talk to this guy every single day.
Yeah.
Like, one of my clients, I box them in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what's up? Good morning. I'm not gonna have anything for them, but I'm like, good morning. They're like, woohoo! Because like to me, they're the dream clients that are attractive.
Yeah.
Like even when I'm here, I'm hanging out with these people because they're not just clients. They're like, that's who I'm attracted. They're like the best made fans. Oh, this is so cool. But they're like my friends. They feel like they're friends. Yeah, they are. But to me, it's like the people who you actually want to work with. And it's hard when people say that. Because they're like, oh, just work with, you know, find your dream client. I'm like, well, how do I know you?
Yeah.
And it's like, and today when we're doing about value, like, what do you value? I'm like, I've had fun. I like people who are adrenaline and stuff. You like to go on like zip lines at night for fire. I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm like, okay, do you want to be my client? Like, yeah, do you do that? Yeah, okay, cool. But even down to like communication, like I am not an email guy. I can raise my hand now and say I hate writing emails, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who do. Yeah. I like doing Boxer. I like audio, I like video, and that sort of stuff. I like to deliver that way.
Yes.
So I find clients who are like, but I've had people who are like, oh, I'll give you 20 grand for that funnel, but I'm like, you just don't. Your values are not aligned with me. Like you seem a little like no offense, you seem a little bit bored. You don't seem that fun.
Yeah.
I want fun people. You have to be also have to be fun. You have to be committed. You have to be dedicated. Like when we launch this funnel together, you have to be like on point and committed. Like we're going to launch this together. Not just let's build a funnel and off you go. It's like no, like we're going to launch this together because this is a part of the business.
Yes.
So to me, it's like attracting people who have the same value as you. And the values. That's what I would say because that's like really important to me.
I love it.
Yeah, and that,
Great tip.
And like being in your own power of if someone tries to dictate to you how you should run your business and you give in, you're not running your own business, you're being ran by someone else. And that's why I like for me, and I've turned down people who are like, want to give me the money. I'm just like, no thanks.
No, not a good fit.
Yeah.
To learn that at 22, wow.
But you know, a lot of people are like, oh, well, why haven't I got to pay my bills? I'm like, it's like, well, if you want to accept that guy or lady for however much it is, and you want to be dragged and dragged, you know, like proper like, you think they think you're a 24-hour support line. I'm quite upfront with that. I'm not a 24-hour support line. Well, I've got you,
God.
but I'm not like accessible 24/7. I'm not going to give you answers every single day. Like, you know, I'm on Boxer, yeah, but I'm not that. So like, I'm up front, and they laugh. But some people are like, oh, I thought you did that. I'm like, no. Okay, no. But you learn that, and you start to put that in your questions and your videos before. Because when you go through and you go, oh, that guy's got a question, well, then the next 100 people can have the same question, and then you add that in, and that's what I done.
It's beautiful.
When you filter people out.
Love
I think that was 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was 2.
It's like filtering, but also attracting the people you love. Like I say to my clients, I'm quite upfront. I go, look, I love my clients.
Yeah.
And I hope they love me.
Yes.
If they don't, that would suck.
Yes, it would. It would suck.
But I'm quite upfront. I'm like, I love my clients, and like even when I go places, I'll get some like bottles of water from the Palace in the UK, and I send it out.
Yeah.
So I want to look after people because they're my people.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of people get customers. They just don't keep them.
Yep.
And I like to keep them because they've already paid, and like why go and try and get another one?
I love it.
Just keep it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like look after them.
Yeah.
Love them.
Sounds like you have a vested interest too, like a true, heartfelt vested interest in their success, which is awesome.
I see a lot of people and they build like there's loads of other. I'm not like the only funnel builder. There's loads of others. Like in a circle category, people have their own agencies, and that's fine. But like for me, my thing is not just launching let's just not pay a funnel and then just off you go.
Yeah.
Like, I actually really want to be not involved, but I want to be a part of the entrepreneur journey.
Yeah.
And that's just like really important to me. But some people's not, and that's fine.
Yes.
To me,
it's in that value set that you're looking for.
I'm like, you get to go on the journey. Like, you never get to get like when you go from 0 to $1 million. Like you only get to do that once for that business, and it's like being a part of that.
Wow.
I'm getting goosebumps now, but it's like
wow.
Being a part of it, it's just really enjoyable.
That is
because it's like
beautiful.
the memory and the history, and it's like we've done that. No, remember that day? Like yeah, remember the day. It's like made the first one comer, made the first like. You know, when you've done 5 figures, 6 figures, like you get to go, or you hit the 50 grand mark, or your list got to the first 1,000. You know, like there's little things like.
Yeah.
that just like.
I just
you
want to
can't
say
get.
something too really quick. I was brainstorming. Well, they were Kaine and his mother, Lisa, were brainstorming with me, and the ideas and
It was an intense lunch.
it was an intense lunch. It was amazing. Like there's some. You guys are smart, and you're smart in this arena, and it was very powerful. It was awesome, and I appreciate it. So thank you for that. Yeah.
Mischa was like, oh, where are you going for lunch? I'm like, oh, we're going to go somewhere over there. I'm like, are you sure you want to come with us? Because when people come with us, they're like, we don't, like me and my mum, we're like, we talk a lot.
Yeah.
Like, when we talk a lot, we're like, we just want to help people. We're like, oh, you can do this, this, this.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like a bit too much because like people just gonna go,
Boom.
yeah, and it's like, holy crap. I needed like a day just to process what they just got from me. And when they got two of us, dude, you had both of us.
I had
like
both of you, and well, I know, and
That's
literally,
like 4 hours of insane mind blowing, yeah. And I was I felt bad.
oh, it was so good. It was so good. I'm thinking back on it. Wow, it was so
We
good.
was like, we should record it. We should record this. And we're like, oh yeah, we did that. We said, no, we should really record it. And we're like, oh, we did that. And I'm like, oh no, we lost it. We're like, what do we do?
What do we do? So good. All right, give us tip number 3 or 3B.
3B. So pricing. Then there was attracting the people you want.
Yeah.
Being empowered by yourself. And I think it's just doing what you like. Like doing what you like, but also like for me, like I was always like, I want to do coaching. I want to do coaching one day.
Yeah.
I want to be a coach. And then like I tried it once. I was like, oh no, I really don't want to do that. And like I was like, no way.
Yeah.
No, like, I can build funnels 1-to-1, you know, to 1 to a few. But like coaching is like I am there. I felt like a bit like an employee. I was like, I can't really be creative. Like me, like, I like creating stuff and trying new products. Oh, let's do this. But coaching for me, it was like I got the information and the knowledge and the expertise, but I was just like, it's just something I enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's like if you ever feel like, oh, I would like to try that. I wonder what it's like. Just try it.
Yeah.
And even for, and you know that as well. It's like when you try.
Just try it. Keep trying. Don't be afraid to try stuff.
And when people say that, they're quite vague. They're like, oh, just try it. Be explore. Be uncomfortable and uncomfortable. And you're like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
But it's like little things where if you keep thinking, oh, I wonder like if I should try a high ticket offer for the first time. Like, oh, I'm charging $47 for a product every single time.
Yeah.
I wonder what it'd be like trying a 997. Yeah. It's like it's hard to jump sometimes, depending who it is. But it's just like, okay, it keeps coming on my mind. Maybe I should just see, not commit yourself and like that is your life and your dream forever. It's just like, let's just see if I like it. Yeah. Just that one time. Let's see if I like it. No, I don't. Okay, so I can put that to the side now.
Yes.
That one I'm never going to probably try again. Let's try this one. I kind of like that one. It's quite enjoyable. Like I like talking to people, so I've identified that. I like talking to people, but I don't like being on a schedule every single day at 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes.
You know, at 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. And I was like,
you want to be able to box them.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Respond
and
or be responded to on different timelines.
A lot of people like be coaches, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But to me, I realised lately, I just don't think I'm a coach.
Know thyself. Coach Vince. Good afternoon, Coach Vince.
He is so good.
He is so good.
He's mental.
Yes.
It's like a what I said about the book. It's like a noble book.
He is like a noble book.
But it's in the human version.
Yeah.
It's like a noble book in human flesh with a face and arms and legs.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah. One of Vince's favorite thing to say is know thyself. As an entrepreneur, the number one thing as an entrepreneur is know thyself. And that's what you were speaking to. It's like you go, hey, I tried the coach thing. I don't want to be a coach, so I'm not going to be a coach.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's really cool.
You know, I tried it once and then I realised I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's cool. Now I've got to stop thinking about, worrying about, oh, should I try that? Is that where the money's at? You know, is that where I should serve my clients best? And I'm like, actually, I can serve my clients best, or someone else might fill that gap. That's okay. I'm alright with that.
Yeah.
You know, I like to just go where I like to be.
Yeah.
But I feel like with that as well, then there's the hiring, you know, which we touched on today.
Yes.
Which for me opened a lot of my thing of where do I like to be.
Yes.
And you realise and you go, I don't think I like to be there actually. There's a few things I hate doing.
Yes.
And I know people who love doing that. I'm like, okay, let's just find those people.
Yeah. I want to bring up two things. One, you don't sell much. I'm all into testimonials now. This is my new journey. I'm going to help people create testimonies, get their testimonials, utilize their testimonials. But so it was super fun because you utilize testimonials to do your selling for you.
Yeah, and that's a good thing because we were chatting about that. Because for my business, like, there's a lot of people who like they've come up and they're Facebook DM. They're like, "Oh, what's up? Do you want to buy my product?" And you're like, "Oh, leave me alone. Why are you like in my inbox? Leave me alone." Yeah, it's like just like, why are you invading my space of like my Facebook Messenger inbox? Like, go away, you weirdo.
Yes.
So you like toss it to the side. And then there's like people who like you see them in person. They're like, "Oh, I do this. Oh yeah, I do this. Come and buy my product." You're like, "Why are you like in my face? Leave me alone, man. Like, I don't want to buy your product. Like, why are you coming over to me? Like, you're like a salesman."
Yeah.
Women come out of the airport and they're like, "Do you want a taxi?" And I'm like, "Whoa, calm down. If I want a taxi, I'll come to you."
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, then I'll determine who I want. So for me, it's like I've never chased people. I've allowed the people to come to me, and then I see if they're the right fit.
Yeah.
But when I didn't have testimonials, it was hard because people are like, "Oh, like, is he real?"
Yeah.
Yeah, like, is he real? Does he actually do it? Does he deliver? Does he actually do that stuff? So how I took that off was referral. So when I'd done it once for my mum and I built that funnel, people who were the influencers, the coaches and other people, they could see the value.
Yes.
Oh, this guy actually, he's legit.
He's legit. He can deliver.
Who done it? Oh, Kaine did.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, he's legit. What's he like on Zoom? Oh, what's that? Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Oh, the British guy. Oh, I'm British. Oh, that's like bonus points, I think.
It's so good.
I think it's like bonus points. I use it all the time. But it was like, it happens. They're like, you British? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh my god, that's so cool. I'm like, so when they say mum, I go mum, and they go mom. I'm like, sometimes I start saying it back, and they're like, why are you saying it in the British way? So yeah, but that was a bit off piece.
Yes.
But yeah, it's I forgot what I was saying, but it was.
We were talking about you were utilizing testimonials.
Yeah,
so if you started with referrals, you did the funnel for your mom, and then.
And it's when someone says go to this person, you trust the person, not the one you're going to, but you trust the person who sent you that way.
Yeah.
They go, oh, then that must be okay then. If someone said, oh, you should go here, then you go, okay, I'll go there.
Yeah.
But if you got not just one person, you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're like, okay, well, this person said you should go over here. Okay, check this other coach, check with this person, check with that lady, I check with the person in my classroom, and I check with the lady I was having a conversation with, and they're all going to that guy. And they're like, well, this guy must be okay then. He must not just be okay, like, he must be trustworthy.
Yes.
He must actually do it. You can't be at that level if you are like scamming, if you're like not doing, you're not delivering, all that sort of stuff. So it's like when you deliver, and you're being, and that's what happens through.
Yeah.
But my thing was people going on testimonials. It was when I would use, like when I was capturing it, I was struggling with that. That was massive for me. It was like, I felt a bit embarrassed sometimes, like asking for testimonials. Like, okay, you just bought this 20 grand product, do you want to do the testimonial? You know, it's a bit uncomfortable. But also there's some people who don't have time. You know, because they're like, oh, I did that later. I did the next person. I did the next person. And it's like, it's a bit stressful. So you like just capturing testimonials. It's just a massive help because they're the ones who are like your referral people. You're directing it, but it's your client on there who like the client who like loves you, raving fan, loves everything you do. And they're like, yes, you should work with this guy. Yeah. This is why. And it's like,
and you were telling me you literally, this was awesome, Kaine. You told me earlier. You'd said, hey, when somebody is questioning you about your process or what you do, you're like, hey, you send them a little video. You're like, watch this video clip.
We call it the tactical testimonial system.
The tactical testimonial system. That's what we
trademark,
named it today.
Trademark,
yeah, trademark.
Yeah, we're going to trademark that. There's a tactical testimonial system, which was I would send them this generic like testimonials. Like, oh, this is like Kaine, like, he done our funnel. It's really cool. And I'm like, okay, so now they know from someone else that I've served like to do that. And they've also been referred by other people. They've been referred by other people, and then someone is saying, you've done it. So like, okay, that's cool. But a lot of people pretty much all the time go, price.
Yep.
Is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
Yeah. So if they've gone for it themselves, they'll realise that it's worth it.
It's worth it.
But they're still a little bit like, ooh, you know, but the main one is price. And people who haven't done it before, it's price. So then when I would get the feedback of is price, I would then send them a part or a clip of a testimonial where, well, the case study where they said about price. And one of my guys he used it, and I was like, oh, why is he saying about price? I was like, I might just delete that. But then like I started using it, I was like, that's converting people. And it was the price Kaine said, you first seem it's really expensive. But then you realise that all the work you put in, that you would have had to put in, and the learning and like, okay, I've got to figure this out, go on the call and ring up, how does that work, hooking up and testing it for the first time, that actually it costs you more because it's on time. And if you were to bill and actually put a number to it, you think, why did I not just go with the other person?
Yes.
And it's like, what does it cost you in your business? So it's like, what does it cost you? If I said to you, look, we're going to build this machine out for you, and like this is the price.
Yes.
Like, okay, well it's a bit expensive. Then I would send them that thing, and it's like, well, actually, it seems like it's actually cheap, but it doesn't do cheap work. And that's one of my guys who goes, it actually is really cheap.
Yeah.
But it's not, the quality is not cheap, so cheap's the wrong word. That's what he says. Cheap's the wrong word, but it's lower than what it should be.
Yeah.
So you should be charging more. And I'm like, increase my price all the time. That's what I do. I just increase it. Like, which is
find
like,
out.
People are like, why do you keep doing it? I don't know. Like, I think it's worth it.
That's amazing.
Should stop at some point.
Yeah.
But, maybe.
So the power of case studies and testimonials and
but it's that tactical
clips.
thing.
It's
Or
that
when someone comes back and goes, I don't know if I need it. Well, if you do it on your own, how long is it going to take you to do it? Because they might go time and money. Yeah, and it's like, okay, time. Okay, this is the case study about someone having their time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they go, oh, because someone else has gone through, and then when someone else has gone through it, they have their own experience, their own pain points, and their own believing points.
Yes.
And then it leads back to you being the solution, and that's what I use. So when I get certain pieces of feedback, I send it back. But if I get someone who then they got through and they shouldn't have got through, I'll just cut it off.
Cut it off.
Yeah, I go, okay, actually maybe not a good fit. Actually,
Yeah.
just realising it, maybe not. You're just not ready.
Yeah.
You might be a good fit at this moment in time.
Yeah.
That's okay. When you are, just reapply and we'll see if you're a good fit.
Yeah.
Because sometimes not every system can't be perfect.
Yeah.
You put it in to automate as much as possible. That's one thing I found is sometimes you get people just slip through and you're like, damn it, they slip through. You've got to change that.
Yeah.
And then you just go, look, I don't think you're a good fit at this moment in time. That's okay. That's cool. We really appreciate and very grateful for you applying. I think at the moment you're just not ready for where we are trying to take our business.
Yeah.
And it's okay saying
I love that.
because you're respecting the other person.
Yeah. I love that.
And when they're ready, they're like, actually, I want to try. I think I'm ready now. And they can apply, and you can see if they're ready.
Yep.
And then you can serve them on that level. But if you try to serve someone who's not ready, it's going to stress them out, and you're going to see problems, and you're going to experience more time trying to solve that.
Yeah.
And it's just like I had that once.
Yeah.
And I raised my hand and go, I've done that once.
I want to talk to, so the Mastermind in Paradise has been awesome. Presentations from amazing entrepreneurs, online marketers, business people. One
Even
of
brick
the
and mortar businesses.
brick and mortar businesses, yeah, right, that are, yes, brick and mortar businesses. But there was a panel yesterday for high ticket sales. You obviously have a passion for high ticket sales, and grew up in that environment. And who led the panel? What's his name?
So Robbie Summers.
Robbie
Well,
Summers.
his official name is Robert. But
Robert, okay.
Yeah, his questions. Actually, after it came out, I was like, I have to go to Robbie, and I got to tell him, I was like, Robbie, every question you asked the panel, every question blew my mind. I'm like, and he's like, oh no, it's not me, it's the people. I'm like, no. The questions were so good.
They were so
like,
good.
Every single. At the end, I was like, I need to go sit near the pool and just process. I'm like, I need the record. Don't give me the recording. I just look at it again. It was so good. I was like, it just blew my mind continuously. I said, you just blew my mind the whole time. I was like, I don't think anybody can blow my mind at any time. But
he did. So tell me, what was your big 2 takeaways from the Robbie Summers high ticket panel? Who was on there? Eileen
So
Wilder?
Eileen is a lady Krista.
Yep.
Or Kristen. I think it's Krista. Stephen Diaz. He was my baby.
Yeah.
Which I shouldn't say, otherwise the others were not like me.
Yeah.
But Stephen it was his way that he was evergreening.
Yes.
It was the evergreen process. He's a very statistic guy. And I was like, wow, it was like, yeah. Oh no, his was on challenges.
Challenges,
His was on challenges, but that blew my mind on challenges.
Yeah.
But on the high ticket, I'm just trying to remember the high ticket. Oh, yeah. I think it was more for the value of the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what got me. I think the guy's name was Bill. I think it was Bill.
It was Brad.
Oh, Brad.
Brad was Brad. Yeah,
and it
Brad
was
was
about
amazing.
the sales call
Yep.
being free, like people not valuing free stuff.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I might try that. Might try a paid call, clarity call. So and I was like, that's a really good idea. So at the moment, I do all my free strategy calls. It's like amount of time it's free, and I'm like, they don't buy. So I just wasted 30 minutes. Not that I wasted, but they're not ready.
Yeah.
Okay, how can I sieve that out where I want people who are valuing my time?
Yes.
So when they value my time, then they value me.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a good idea. And I was like, that might sieve the people out who don't value what we do as a business.
Yeah, good. So that
the
was
funnel we create and the whole experience.
Yes.
If they don't value it when I give them a package, then let's see if they value my time on a call.
Yeah.
But his thing was about people not turning up. And our thing is we get hardly any people that don't turn up. So a lot of I think like 95% turn up.
Yeah.
From what I think.
Yeah.
So we don't have that problem, but ours is the value.
Right. So people, you're having these calls, but they're clearly not ready, and you're spending a lot of time and energy strategizing for people who aren't
and with
ready.
that, when we get that every time, we're like, okay, in our application process, that sieves them out.
Yeah.
Where's the point? Okay, it's that part. So we like, when you're first starting off, you're going to have a lot more of those.
Yep.
But when you start to get people come through, and you're like, okay, it's going to go in, and you get less problems.
Yep.
But you have to start. So every single time you find something new, you're like, I want to change that on the application. I want to change that question or to change the terminology.
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned is every time I'm probably changing it slightly, not massive change. Like I'm going to put like 10 more questions in. It's like, okay, how can that person come out with this result? How can I change it so I get this result? Oh, that did work. Oh, that didn't. Okay, well, how can I change this one?
Yeah.
That's what I got. But it was that thing about I could possibly try doing a paid call. It doesn't have to be $1,000 or $500, but I could do, $100 call, $50. But it's to put a value on the amount of time they're with me.
Yep, and they are going to take something away, some great strategies, some insights, some clarity. Right? Yeah, I love that.
But also at the same time, when they pay for it, they're putting their card out.
Absolutely.
So then they become a buyer.
I love it.
And then it's
your
less chance
tripwire.
when it comes to then when it comes to like 15k, 20k, 25, they're like, oh, it's okay, I've already bought things. So it's like I've already put the credit card in, and you did deliver on the call.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, hashtag over delivered. Oh, I got more than I even paid for it. $100. And it's like maybe that leads it. So when he said that, I was like, I might try that.
Love it. So good. I want to be cognizant of where we are. Dinner's coming, and then we've got the midnight
mastermind till
the
like
midnight
the morning.
Mastermind.
Midnight it starts at 8.
Yeah, and it could go 12 hours or something like that.
And then we've got the other park in the morning. It's like so it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Did we cover everything that you wanted to cover? Did we miss any points? Any final thoughts before we sign off?
There was one thing, and it was only lately, and it's about you don't have to serve everyone. This is only like I say like last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
My thing was okay, like I built this funnels. I want to build funnels with everyone. Like, oh, that's really cool. Yeah, it's really good. But then I felt like I was getting a bit stressed out.
Yes.
When I had people who didn't understand like the path.
Yeah.
So with me lately, like I've said, like I'm a premium funnel builder. Like what we do is premium work. I'm a funnel builder. I have a team that also builds stuff as well. But we work with 2 CCX members, Inner Circle and Category King and Queen.
Yep.
Because they're the people where they understand like the training Russell Brunson says, and, like the whole thing. And that's what to me it's like you want to be aligned. So if you want to be aligned with the training and that sort of stuff, to me that's where I want to be because I understand it.
Yes.
And the people who are in there, they're really good people.
Yes.
They're my ideal clients.
Yes.
But it's like I won't feel stressed out. Like I explain like, they're like, why should I have a band account now? I'm like, have you not watched Russell Brunson's teaching? Like, what's going on? So I was getting that. I was like, are you a 2 Comma Club? No. I'm like, okay. And then I made a decision of I don't want to serve everyone. I want to serve people who have to qualify from being in 2 CCX all the way to that.
I love it.
I want to serve 2 CCX members. I want to serve Inner Circle members because they understand. I want to serve Category King and Queen members because they understand. That's the people who I want to serve, because they understand the teaching, why they're doing what they're doing in the business.
Yes.
And with that, it flows. It feels aligned.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's like, and they feel relieved. So they're like, oh, this guy, he gets it. They're like, oh, he gets it. Look at the path. And I'm like, yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
That's what I like. And I made that decision the other day. I was a little bit scared, because I was like, oh, what happens if I'm just only niching down into that group? And I'm like, well, look, they're the people who I find my life's easier. I enjoy my life more. I have fun and more like improved clients.
Yeah.
And actually, those particular group and the clients actually pay more than the others.
Yep.
So I'm like, they're the ones I want, and I get less stress, less like I don't get any chargebacks.
Yes.
You know, so like because of the level we give it at. So I'm like, I want to work with those people, and that's the decision I made. So it's like when you have those things, you're like, I want to serve everyone. You start to figure out. That's the only thing I would say like now is you start to figure out who you want to serve a bit more. You don't have to know those answers at the beginning. You've got to start somewhere.
Start somewhere.
But I realised that when I got to that point, which was I only want to serve those members up to.
Beautiful. Great way to end it. I love it. Kaine, it's so much fun being in the 2CCX, the 2 Comic Club X with you, and then experiencing this mastermind with you. And
appreciate it. Amazing host. Amazing questions.
Thank you. Thank
if I
you,
had
sir.
a mic, I'd be like drop it as well for you. But yeah, it definitely brought the fire, man. It was grateful, amazing opportunity, and to help others as well. So there's other people feeling the same thing. Like, oh, where do I, like, oh, I've got to charge this, or do I try coaching? It's like just, you know, like I said on this thing, it's like, there's little things you've got to just try.
You got to try
where you want to start.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, good work.
Awesome, dude.
All
Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Table Rush Talk Show. For resources to help you sell your stuff, go to belove.media/resources. That's belove.media/resources. And be sure to subscribe, comment, 5-star, and share. Thank you again for listening.